the MJ Morning Show here on the Q105 radio station. I am MJ Fester. Oh, wow, Froggy, just kind of moseying on in. Roxanne, morning, everybody. Tuesday. Hey, Coop, I hate to do this to you. I hate to do this to you. Slick from down the hall, literally just a moment ago as the show open music's going off, he says, dude, I think your car's running in the parking lot. Now, it's probably not my car. What are you smiling at?
Because you make fun of me for not locking my car, and yet you leave yours running.
Don't they run for a while?
No. I don't think my car is... Coop...
Cooling down.
Coop, do me a favor. Turn your microphone in there. Would you do me a favor? Would you do a first segment little check for me? Would you do a little wellness check on my vehicle in the parking lot?
A first segment favor?
Yes, a first segment favor. Now, it's not my style to, have staffers run errands for me and do
you want
stuff.
some coffee while I'm out? Do you want a McDonald's from across the street?
No.
You want me to go do it? You sure? Because Coop's kind of important.
No, listen, what are you saying? You're expendable?
Very. Completely.
We can completely do without you? Is that what you're saying?
I'll go smack your hood, make sure it's all right.
I think this is a trap.
What do you mean it's a trap?
Someone's going to go outside and then get mugged.
That would mean that Slick, who works down the hall inside our radio company, would be part of a setup to then have you clocked over the head and then mugged.
Listen, right now, I wouldn't put anything past Slick.
Coop, do me a favor. I got a lot of stuff to do here, but I just want to make sure the car's not running. I think it's the fan running because the fan on our X5, it's a kind of a souped up X5, and the fan runs for a while. So can you call in quickly? Just dial in right now. Let me just make sure I got a good connection. And I'm just going to have Coop, our producer, run down to the parking lot and just make sure the car's not running. Because Slick was like, your car's running, man. Car's running in the parking lot.
Yeah, because...
Just want you to know. And I'm like, I don't think it is.
As an adult, you've just jumped out of your car with the keys or your fob with you.
Well, here's the deal.
You could...
Now, I have the auto walk-away lock, so when you walk like 10 feet away from the car, it goes beep and it locks. But sometimes on our X5s, because you have an X5, I have an X5, Roxanne's got an X5, and Froggy's wife has an X5.
I have an 05.
Yeah, you've got an 04.
04, that's right, 04.
You've got an 04 Lincoln Town car.
04.
That looks like it's some beat-up airport limo service.
When I shut it off, guess what? It shuts off.
2002. Yeah. So, here's the deal. On our key fob, if you hit the close button like 3 times, it'll do the remote start. Hey, Cooper, you walking down to the parking lot now?
Yeah, I just passed the elevator that Pat George gets stuck in.
Oh, yeah. Why can't he walk up like one flight?
Bad legs.
Does he really?
I don't know.
He told me he takes the elevator up one flight every day because he thinks he's going to have a heart attack on the stairs. That's where he goes, more guys have heart attacks on stairs than anywhere else, and he's not taking the stairs.
He's more likely to get stuck in the elevator every day.
Right.
All right, which car am I looking for?
All right. Go to your right.
Got an Acura?
No, don't. Just walk over to the right, all the way to the right. It's the last spot. You got it?
Yes.
It's
here it is.
one.
Yeah.
It's the wolf in sheep's clothing.
So walk all the way to the right, and then it's the one there. Is it running?
No, it's off.
Smack the hood and make sure.
Don't smack the hood.
Kick the tires while you're out there.
Don't kick the tires and smack the hood. All right, so
you just knocked on it. Are you nuts?
It's not running, right?
No, it's all good. Oh, but your window is shattered.
No, it's not.
You're
I'm
funny.
kidding. No, it's all good. It's all good.
All right. Do me a favor. Come on upstairs and pass by Slick's studio and tell Slick he doesn't know what the bleep he's talking about.
Wait, guys, I have a problem.
What?
I left my key card upstairs.
God, what an...
No, you
For real?
didn't. Are you serious?
Yeah, can someone come help me?
All right, I'm going to go get him.
Oh,
you want to get him, Froggy?
Hey,
Or me to get
Coop,
him?
I need you to do me a favor.
Oh, my
As you
God.
make your way back into the building, I have an eyelash in my eye that is like killing me, and I
Right.
need you to find a Q-tip for me. If you could track down a Q-tip.
Stop at a CVS or a 24-hour Walgreens and find a Q-tip, on the way in. All right, so do me a favor. I want you to yell at Slick and tell Slick, What's the matter with you? You don't know the difference between the cooling fan running and the actual engine running?
Okay.
Is
So,
someone coming to get me?
yeah,
No,
Froggy's on his way.
we're going to leave you out there
Yeah.
for the whole morning show.
MJ, you have a cooling
Well,
fan.
hold on, Fester. Why would you leave the building without taking your key card? Wouldn't that be essential?
You rushed him out.
It was on the fly. I don't know. I didn't realize I didn't have it in my pocket.
Oh, boy. All right, listen, get
Here
back.
comes Froggy.
Get back in. All right, Froggy's going to let Coop in. All right, 6:06. It's the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. Thank you for the little first segment errand. Listen, I don't want my car to be running the whole damn show, and I don't leave the studio. Like, all 4 hours, I barely leave this studio ever. I don't have time to go check the car. Go out there and the tank is empty. All right, let's grab some traffic. It's the MJ Morning Show just getting started. Back in a minute.
Good morning. Traffic looks really good on the roads. 275 is accident-free through Tampa and St. Pete. No problems to report along I-4 or the Selman Expressway getting into downtown Tampa. And the Courtney Campbell, Howard Franklin, and Gandy Bridge is accident-free.
From the Rubenstein Law Traffic Center, I'm Kathy Davis on Q105.
Nothing says I love you like a clean home, especially these days. This Valentine's Day, call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. Right now, mention me, MJ, on Q105 and get 15% off all cleaning services. Use promo code SALE15. Book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Are you getting engaged? Or maybe just looking for the perfect Valentine's Day gift? Roxanne Wilder here with the MJ Morning Show. You've got to go to the Golden Diamond Source. Anytime you give a gift, but particularly around Valentine's Day, you always want to buy something that's really special and really shows how much you care. And the Golden Diamond Source has gems and jewelry that fits into everyone's price range. The best.
Q105 618. And this may or may not have something to do with.
What are you pointing at me for? Point at me? I don't like being pointed at all.
Froggy.
You might as well poke me in the nose while you're at it.
Also, notice I'm talking about this at 6:19 in the morning.
Yes.
Roxanne is shaking her head like she knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Is this a marijuana-free speak zone?
Wait,
Free
no,
speech?
no, it wouldn't be marijuana free.
I mean,
when Kim, Froggy's wife, and the kids are in the car, that would be a marijuana-free speak zone.
Medication-free.
That would mean that we wouldn't be talking about it.
No, what I meant is free speech about marijuana.
Yes, there you go.
All right,
Marijuana-free speech time.
Yeah, see, this, I believe, is an acceptable time to talk about something that may or may not have something to do with Froggy, because Froggy's wife, Kim, she could be a tough-ass cookie, man. I'll tell you what. Does
She learned from your wife.
Does she bust your...
Excuse me, but I do the busting in that house.
Okay.
Busting.
Yeah, right.
I'm the buster.
I highly believe that Kim wears the pants in that place.
She's the bustee. I'm the buster.
All right. So, Froggy...
She does have a lot of pair of pants, too.
What?
She wears a lot of pants.
Does she really? Like pantsuits, like Hillary Clinton?
Oh, totally, but like way frumpier.
See, wait a minute. Your wife wears frumpier pantsuits than...
She wears pantsuits that are like 5 times too big.
No, she doesn't.
It's weird.
No, she doesn't.
It's just a phase.
All right, here's the deal. Kim, Froggy's wife, has asked me that I do not talk about certain things while she and the kids are in the car. And that begins, what, at about 7:30?
Yes, I believe the safe zone is 7:30 to 7:50 or 45 even.
Meaning, don't talk about certain things having to do with you, Froggy, from 7:30 to 7:50.
That's a safe harbor for the family.
And if I talk about certain things like Froggy having a medical marijuana card for his medical issues and medicating, my God, Kim she rips me. She does. She'll text me.
The kids don't need to know about my medical needs.
Well, because apparently the kids then start asking questions. What's wrong with Daddy? And
Daddy's sick?
What's a giant tube?
They don't ask that. So, they know what that is.
They don't know what that is.
No, they don't.
All right, so I want Kim to note, well, she wouldn't be listening now, so she wouldn't know, but I want it to be very obvious that I'm talking about this now at 6:21 in the morning and not at 7:35 when your kids could be listening.
Very good.
But, Froggy, this may or may not affect you. This headline caught my attention. Cannabis, that would be marijuana, cannabis may impair driving ability for up to 4 hours.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That's some
Yes.
amateur smokers there. I'm just saying 4 hours. That's a long time.
Amateur smokers.
Yeah, you don't want to drive and medicate. That's probably not the best idea.
Cannabis can impair a person's ability to drive for up to 4 hours after the drug is used. This is a brand new study. Although performance was improving at 3.5 hours.
What?
Yeah, so
that's some strong stuff.
Somebody that gets all lit up on
medication,
on some marijuana. Apparently, you could be impaired up to 4 hours, but things start improving after 3.5 hours.
That's the strongest weed ever if it lasts 4 hours.
Oh, no.
But recovery was not seen fully, Froggy, until 4.5 hours post-smoking. And this is according to researchers in a new report, which was published in Marijuana Monthly Mojo. You ever hear that?
Oh, my God. I'm a big subscriber to the Triple M magazine.
There's no such thing. I made that up.
Oh.
It's actually in a much more prestigious journal. It's in JAMA. It's
JAMA?
The JAMA Psychiatry, the Journal of American Medical Association, I think.
I think one of those M's stand for marijuana.
I think JAMA is the Journal of the American Medical Association. So a group of researchers from the Center for Medicinal Cannabis Research at the University of California, San Diego, Froggy looked at 191 regular pot smokers.
Just walk around the campus.
Found that smoking pot led to significantly declined simulated driving scores. So, you know what they did? They had people smoke a doob, and then they put them in those, like, driving simulators.
Like I have at my house, yeah.
They're probably running over ladies at bus stops and everything and driving up.
I have a realistic driving simulator that is meant to teach you how to drive.
Driving up on the curb, you know.
So they probably use that.
Dragging. just dragging stuff under their car
Is
after.
that a fruit stand?
Oh, they dragging a fruit stand?
Yeah, it sounded like a fruit stand.
No, that was a newspaper machine on the sidewalk.
But you just don't see those anymore.
What, the newspaper machines?
I haven't seen a newspaper machine, I don't think, in
No.
5 years.
More than that, brother.
There's a couple on West Shore that I passed by.
Let's go run them over.
Let's go.
I think that might sound like, or you know what this could be? That's someone driving down the road and just sideswiping all of the cars that are parallel parked along the side of a road.
Which happens.
Oh, it does happen, especially when you've been smoking marijuana and you get behind the wheel right away.
How does it impair you? Does it impair you because it slows your reflexes?
How does it impair you
No.
if your motor skills and your hand-eye coordination
asked.
is not, up to snuff, then it's going to impair you.
Probably make you drive slower. I would think.
You are a slow driver, though, I was told.
I told you I like to stay 7 miles per hour below the speed limit.
Yeah, he's a really slow driver.
I'm in no rush to get anywhere.
You know what I got to find? I've got a story. I have to see if it's in my pile. If not, I can print it out again. I've got a story. First of all, Prius drivers are annoying as F, all right? Prius drivers. But do you know there's something that Prius drivers do that takes the annoyance factor up to like 11?
Yeah, get out of bed.
We're talking 1 to 10 scale. This is an 11. Yeah, I got a Prius. I got to dig it. I think it's in my little bag of tricks back here. I think it's in just an old folder of stuff. But like a week ago, I saw this. I just didn't get to it, so I think it's in my bag. But if you thought that Prius drivers were annoying already, whoa! I'd like to know if anyone has ever experienced this. There's a thing that some Prius drivers do that. Wait, I'll reveal this. I got Morons in the News next, but later on, probably in the 7 o'clock hour, we'll talk about this annoying thing that Prius drivers do.
There's a webpage dedicated to why Prius drivers have bad reputations. So it's a thing.
Why? You found a webpage?
Yeah.
Why Prius drivers suck?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Get to that coming up in just a bit. Hey, before we take a break, and we got a loaded chunk of Morons in the News next. I'm going to dive right in. No delay. We can't get sidetracked and distracted with something else. I got to get to the Morons because we got a lot. Hey, Froggy, I thought you'd like this too.
Yes.
This is out of Minnesota. And there's a billboard up that says, "This is Troy."
Okay.
And there's a picture of a guy. And it says, "He sucks at fishing."
What?
Yeah, this is great.
Troy?
Yeah. So if you've been to Brainerd, yeah. If you've been up to Brainerd, Minnesota, yeah.
Isn't that where the big Paul Bunyan is?
It is. It
Okay.
is.
That's where
And
Fargo was.
It is. There's a billboard along Highway 371, and it says, "This is Troy. He sucks at fishing. Troy sucks." And there's a picture of a guy. And apparently, this is a long-standing tradition with a bunch of friends. And they actually bought a billboard.
That's hilarious.
A bunch of friends have a long-standing tradition of like needling each other. So apparently his friend David V says he's been less than successful at previous trips, and he's a terrible fisherman. So they took out a huge billboard that says, "This is Troy. He sucks at fishing." That's fantastic.
I'll take the true coat.
All right, 6:27. It's the MJ Morning Show. Morons next. Yeah, don't move. Great pile of morons in moments. Hey, folks. us a lovely stack today, including a whole bunch of Florida junk and a couple of local things. You saw the naked guy that pulled the fire alarm in a high-rise here in Tampa, right?
Which building was this?
Oh, my God. This is, I guess, near 12th Street. It wasn't downtown.
Oh, okay. All right.
So is that closer to Ybor or where? 12th Street?
Is there a high-rise?
Channel side.
Is it Channel Side?
Channel side, yeah.
Oh, is that where it was?
Yeah.
All right.
Near all those apartment buildings and everything.
I got you. Yeah, see, there's so much development down there. So much crap has been built. I can't keep track of it all, and the whole Water Street thing. So cops were called to this high-rise over on 12th. Witnesses said that there was a naked individual who pulled the fire alarm, grabbed a fire extinguisher off the wall, and started spraying people with the fire extinguisher as they were coming out of their apartments to investigate what the heck was going on.
And this is in broad daylight.
What the heck is going on here? So, naked dude, and starts spraying people with a fire extinguisher? Could be an angel dust or a PCP-related incident, right?
Bath salts.
Naked man was being chased by a group of people. People are trying to figure out what is going on here. Yeah, Channel 8 talked to one of the, I guess, individuals that witnessed the situation, and the guy was naked, pulled the fire alarm. Then he was actually seen running down the street with the fire extinguisher after he exited the building. The hell?
So the Channel 8 reporter, I think, witnessed it.
Really?
Was it?
According to a string of tweets from 8 on Your Side investigator Masha
Saidi.
Saidi,
okay. Maybe, yeah.
Who witnessed the incident.
Oh, jeez.
So she's giving firsthand reporting. She's interviewing herself. So tell me what you saw. Yeah. Well, I saw a naked man. Oh, what was he doing? He had a fire
I'd like to drug test this guy and find out what he was on.
These are great.
Can you imagine that you pull the fire extinguisher, you pull the fire alarm, then you pull a fire extinguisher off the wall, then you run around the place naked, you start spraying people in the apartment, then you run out of the place, then you're running down the street naked with the fire extinguisher.
So she has photos of all the residents of the building on the street, and here's some poor guy who had to grab his bathrobe because it was so chilly outside.
My God. All right, let's stay here in the Tampa Bay area because, as you know, the Tampa Bay area is just a field day. This is a treasure trove. You realize that our geographical area supplies the bulk of the moron stories for the nation. Do you realize that?
Well, Florida does in general for the nation, and then you hone in to Largo.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they call it Florida. Duh.
All right, so here in Pinellas County, where we sit, because our studios are in Pinellas, we used to be in Hillsborough when we did the MJ Morning Show for years over on Gandy. That was Hillsborough, obviously. And
I like to do the morning show from a boat.
So we've done the morning show from Hillsborough. Now we do the morning show from Pinellas. When are we going to be doing the morning show from Pasco or Polk? What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so listen to this. So this woman here in Pinellas, this is in Tarpon Springs, admitted to police that she set her house on fire. So cops, firefighters, everyone on the scene of Amanda Christian's home. And they're trying to investigate what was the origin of this fire. There was significant fire damage, significant smoke damage. And while the police are there, the woman, whose name is Amanda Christian, she just blurts out to the cops, "I started the fire."
Oh.
Well, that was an easy arson investigation. Okay, case solved. Everybody go home.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah, so listen to this. The first responders were able to identify the cause of the blaze. The woman admitted to using cotton blankets, oil, and a lighter to spark the fire and set her place on fire.
That'll do it. Kind of oil.
Yeah. First, she was singing a song. You know what song she was singing?
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
I did start the
I thought it was
And then she told the truth and said that she did start the fire.
Roxanne, what song was it? You tell them. Go ahead.
This Girl Is on Fire.
I set my own house on fire.
Yeah, this house is on fire. So, wait a minute, it gets better. This is a Morons in the News story. So, after she admits to lighting her own house on fire, and they see that there are cotton blankets and oil and a lighter, all incendiary items here, the cops arrest her. It's like, wait a minute, we're going to take you, we're going to arrest you for arson right now. So, as they're trying to take her into custody, she knees the officer in the leg.
Ooh, gave him a frog.
That's
And
another
she
charge.
she said, oh, yeah, that would be battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest with violence. And then she told the cops that she was upset because they were rude. Wait a minute. You're being arrested for arson. You just tried to light your place on fire. So she knees the cop. Unbelievable.
Well, she said they were rude and she did nothing wrong. It's her house. If she wants to set it on fire.
Out of respect, MJ, for you playing Billy Joel, We Didn't Start the Fire. And for the lovely Roxanne butchering Alicia Keys.
I didn't even try to sing it. I just spoke it.
Oh, well, hence the butchering. I pulled up songs that have fire in them. And we have a lot of audio accompaniments to help along. I mean, you know, it's more songs about fire than I would have thought.
You know
The
what?
Doors.
And- yeah, that wouldn't be in the Q105 library, but I'll tell you what, here's one that is. Talking Heads burning down the house. That's,
Burning down my house.
Burning down the house. Here it is. Watch out!
Watch out! Get away! Watch out!
God, lighter, fluid, yeah, cotton blankets. There you go. All right, listen to this. When you think of Chinese restaurant chains, so a Chinese food restaurant chain, they're all over the country. They've got locations in strip malls. Sometimes there are out parcels in like shopping center parking lots. What is one of the big Chinese restaurant chains across the nation?
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up because I break my Chinese chains down into categories.
Really?
Yes. I mean, there's kind of nicer casual dining places.
What a shocker. Fester's got food categories.
Like
All right.
P.F. Chang's.
Right.
But when you said strip mall.
Yes.
Benihana.
What is it?
Okay, Panda Express.
Yes.
Oh, good job.
Absolutely.
I mean,
So, why would a Panda Express suddenly have to close?
and Benihana's Japanese, by the way,
Yeah.
Froggy.
Oh, you
sorry.
said Benihana?
Yeah. Sorry, Froggy.
It's just a joke.
Doesn't know his Asian
Dude, that's where they
delicacies.
flip the shrimp tail into the top of their little chef hat or into their pocket.
Yeah, or into your mouth and then burn you.
All right. So, Fester, what would cause a Panda Express location to have to suddenly close and tell customers, sorry, we're closed?
I mean, lately I don't. The work shortage. I mean,
That would be a good guess.
I mean-
but not what I'm looking for.
Oh, shrimp shortage.
That's a good guess, but no. They've got shrimp apparently.
General Sal's on strike. He's not coming to work anymore.
Madison, Alabama. A Panda Express had to close on Sunday night, turning customers away. Why? According to the Huntsville, Alabama police, a Panda Express employee was on break outside of the restaurant and accidentally shot himself in the hand.
Ow.
Did you say hand or head?
Head, he would have
Serving
been
hand.
dead.
So the guy's outside the restaurant taking a break. I don't know whether there's a smoke break or what, but the guy shot himself in the hand. So is that what does this mean? The Panda Express guy, he was packing, he had a gun in his pocket, and he shoots himself in the hand. Look at Fester's on the Panda Express menu right now.
Everything looks good at Panda Express.
What do you look at? Is that the Kung Pao chicken right there?
It's like some shrimp and it looks like shrimp and nuts.
Right. The hell's that?
Oh, that's my ring notification. Somebody's entered the MJ Morning Show office.
Dude, would you please turn your phone noises off?
Why is somebody in our office?
Why would somebody?
Yeah, why?
It's the hallway action. They caught somebody walking down the
walking
hallway.
by the
doors
hallway.
propped open.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's gonna be
Fester's planted a camera in the office to try to catch the culprit who's tossing the office. All right, so can you imagine that? Sorry, Panda Express, we're closed. Yeah, guy shot himself in the hand. The Panda Express. So I don't know if they're back open, but what if he was the walk guy? I mean, you can't handle the walk, and because they've got that that motion where they have to move the walk around over on the fire and everything.
Order your fried shrimp with extra red sauce, and he's just bleeding in a bowl.
Ew.
Yeah. Could you tell the difference between the sticky red sauce like in the General Tso's chicken, right?
Ew. Same consistency.
The sweet and sour is the sticky red sauce, and this isn't so sweet.
Hey, if you're gonna hire someone to kill your ex-wife, what is the typical form of payment? What would you say? Right? What is the first thing you'd think of?
Well, I say cryptocurrency.
That's a good guess. I was just going to go with money. So typically, if you're going to hire somebody to kill your wife, you offer them money. But crypto, maybe if you're trying to make it completely untraceable, I get it, right? Alabama man allegedly paid a hitman with his motorcycle. Here, take my motorcycle, kill my wife. What the? And wait a
No
minute.
evidence there.
It gets better. It was the guy's brother. So this guy, another Alabama story, from a Panda Express hand shooting to now in Alabama, a guy allegedly paid his brother with a motorcycle to kill his ex-wife.
What kind of bike was it? That's the big question. If it's like a dirt bike, it's not worth it, guys. But if it's like a Harley.
It does not say the type of bike. Now, that might be in the police report if you want to dig a little deeper on this thing. But Jason Starr paid his brother Darren. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was in the story. I'm sorry. It was on the last page. So Jason Starr paid his brother Darren Starr with a motorcycle, and then it went into the details. It was a 2016 Triumph motorcycle, and then there was some cash on top to kill Sarah Starr, Jason's ex-wife, according to an indictment. She was a fourth grade teacher at Heron Creek Elementary School and also a mother to two sets of twins.
Whoa.
2 sets of twins. Is that a thing? If you have, let's say, twin predisposition genetically in the family, is that a thing?
It is a thing for identical twins. It's not a thing for fraternal twins.
No, what I'm saying is, so if you've got a husband and wife, they procreate, and they have a baby, and they have twins, and let's say they decide to have more kids, is it likely they'll have twins again? That's what I don't. That's what I don't understand.
That's
All
a
right.
geneticist.
Early chunk of Morons in the News here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, folks. and totally rewired people, and this was more specifically Americans. The pandemic has totally rewired people into deciding what's important in their lives. And even like friendship, and this is interesting. There are friendships that existed before the pandemic that now have been expunged. And the story that I was reading was that there are like cursory relationships, or you have your best friends, but then you have like the next layer and then the next layer. Does that make sense?
It does.
So your best friends, then you have the next layer down, your middle friends, and then below that, there are different gradations, different categories. And I was reading about how priorities and what's important in people's lives has totally changed because of the pandemic. And one of the things is people have ejected friends from their so-called friend group, maintaining just the really close ones, but a lot of the middle or cursory folks that maybe you'd go out to dinner with every once in a while or you'd socialize with, that crap's been canceled.
You know why? Because people have lost people during the pandemic, and every time you do, you're thinking to yourself, I didn't have enough time with that person. So there's never enough time with the people who you really love. So that's why people are weeding out people who are not as important.
Okay, I mean, I think that's a decent interpretation.
All right.
But I got to be honest, there are people that we were friendly with, and we would maybe hear from them every once in a while. Hey, let's do dinner, and then suddenly you hear nothing from them. But also, we're guilty as well. People that we might have contacted, or people that we would have, a cursory relationship with. It appears that it's just gone. And then I saw this story that I was reading last night about the psychology of the pandemic. And I'm like, yeah, that's accurate.
Well, also you're under quarantine and you're like almost on a diet from these particular friends. So then you're like, oh, I guess I didn't need them anyways.
I have a suggestion. Maybe your friends are tired of you.
That's the other side of it. I mean,
Have you thought about that? My friends get tired of me. Imagine being my friend.
Well,
Fester knows.
hold on. That's a good point.
yeah.
Did the pandemic sort of push people to make a decision that even pre-pandemic, it was sort of on the borderline or on the bubble, and the pandemic actually kind of pushed them over the edge to say, you know what? Why are we messing around with this? Is that what you're saying, Fester or Froggy?
Well, Froggy's a different situation. See, I'm very close friends with one of Froggy's former closest friends who's just on a Froggy break for like 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll come around.
He'll come around.
He just got tired of me.
Say that again, please.
Froggy has a friend.
Right,
who
Froggy.
at one time they were super close friends. And there still is a love for each other, but Froggy's a bit much to handle. And he apparently owes him like $1,000. You owe Brian $1,000.
That's I don't.
You
I
do.
don't.
You do. All right, anyway, that's not here to...
I don't know what you're
Look,
talking.
even during this time of pandemic, MJ, it's been a chance to kind of prioritize friends and who do you want to spend time with and who can you maybe just say hi to once in a while and not really care about what's going on in their life day to day.
I tell you what I don't want. I don't want new friends.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You don't want to make new friends?
No.
Yeah, Roxanne and I have been making that pretty clear to each other for the last year
That's
or
what
so.
we've been doing.
You know what? Let's go to some early phones on the show. This has really piqued my interest. So those that are listening right now to the MJ Morning Show, what is it, 7:06? Those are the early listeners right now. I'd love you to fire up the phone. Does this sound familiar? Has the pandemic caused you to reassess things? And one of those items is friends. So friends that maybe you would hang out with a couple of times a year, go out to dinner with. Listen, had a good time, nothing wrong with them, but have you totally reassessed your friend group and who you hang with? All right, let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Simple question. Has the pandemic rearranged your social schedule with who you are in communication with? And listen, it's even beyond actually meeting and going out with friends. Because I'm telling you right now, I noticed there are people that I would hear from. Maybe folks that I did not socialize with on a regular basis, but I would hear from them, would have conversations with them, and there are a whole host of folks that I don't hear from anymore. Did you just go?
It sounds like it's an issue with you and your friends,
No,
and they don't like you anymore.
No,
Maybe they're just like,
no, Froggy.
oh, God, Todd, I can't take it.
No, Froggy, I read a story that talked about how the pandemic has changed things, and among the things that have changed have been relationships and friends.
Yeah, but you said you had a couple friends that were bowing out on you, right?
There are friends that I would hear from, or people that we would occasionally go out with or we talk to, and there are a number that just seem to have fallen off the radar that we just don't hear from them. And then when I read this story last night about changes that people might not realize that have occurred during the pandemic, it was exactly what I've experienced. So as I'm reading the story, I'm like, you know what? That's correct. Because you'll read stories sometimes, and it's like, that doesn't happen to me. What are they talking about? I've never experienced that. But when I saw this, the things that have changed during the pandemic, and it was about what is important to you, only like the really close relationships in many cases have persisted, whereas like those moderate and lower relationships, a lot of those, the ties have been cut. All right, let's grab some phones on this, because I know that it's happened to us. And in fact, there's friends of ours that they're sort of in our neighborhood too. And I'm walking the dogs last night, and I'm walking by their house, and it also dawned on me, you know what? They don't call us anymore. we haven't heard from them. And
Did the guy ignore you when he sees you in the street?
Well, you know what? I don't see them much, but I'm walking by their house last night, and I'm like, I haven't heard from them in a long time. And
he sees you walking by, he goes right back inside. There's
all right, let's go to phones on this. 800-801-89. Jeez, I'm giving out my I'm giving out my afternoon show number. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If this sounds like something that's happening to you, have you eliminated friends during the pandemic, or have friends eliminated you? Have you noticed that contact has dropped significantly? All right, 800-990-1047. That's the number here on the MJ Morning Show. 800-990-1047. Let's grab Julie in Tampa. Hi, Julie. You're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Welcome.
Good morning. I'm still in shock I got through, actually. I've never gotten through to a radio show before.
You are there. Listen, all lines are jammed, but you got in. Good for you.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So I kind of I got rid of people. Like, I just kind of did a purging of connections because I reevaluated what I wanted, and I didn't want to be with a whole lot of gossipy, and like I thought like different people I connected with and talked to. And I was like, I don't need that kind of stuff in my life.
All right, so it's safe to say that the pandemic caused you to reassess your life, and that reassessment was to purge people that were kind of on the bubble, or people that were negative influences, or people that you really didn't have a use for, that you used the pandemic as an excuse to, like, clean break them, right?
I guess, yeah, I could say an interesting way to put it, but yeah. I just was like, I don't need that type of stuff in my life. Like, I
mean, it sounds like we're saying the exact same thing here. It sounds like we're saying the same thing.
All right, Julie, I'm a little confused here. Did you just have crappy friends before, or if you saw them today in the grocery store, would you be happy to see them? Like, there's a lot of people.
I'm not like hateful towards anybody at all. I just didn't want to be socializing and hanging out with people that talk about people all the time.
Okay.
Like, I reevaluated that type of aspect. If I saw them, I would say hi to them. If they shot me a text message or vice versa, I'm not.
Listen, I'm in the same boat. If people that we don't talk to as much, or don't see, or don't socialize with, I'm still going to be friendly to them. I don't hate them. I'm not going to flip them off or anything. I was just about to flip off the. Oh, I did flip off the camera. I'm not going to be rude to them, but it's almost like you use the pandemic to, again, choose what's important and what's not. Julie, good call. Thank you. Vanessa is in Clearwater. Hi, Vanessa. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
So in my case, it's not with me personally, but I have a daughter. She's 14. She's a teen.
Yep.
And I've noticed that she has lost all her friends due to, obviously, the pandemic. And now the kids, obviously, with their age, they're more into their electronics, their phones. So they'd rather be friends with strangers that they don't know, and they have just dropped their friends.
Wait a minute. So this is not just your daughter. This is a lot of her friends are not,
Yes.
they're not communicating with each other. They're communicating with strangers online, or they're making.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. It's like they're just into their Snapchat or their Twitter or their Facebook, and they
Yeah, don't forget about the TikTok. That thing's taken over the flipping world, you know?
It has. It really has. It's sad.
All right. And your daughter and her friends, this is a pattern among all these young people, you're saying?
Yes. Like right now, I just dropped them off at school, and
Yep.
they were both next to each other in the car, and they were just in their phone. It's like, it's sad. It really is.
Oh, that's a bad trend.
Yeah, so there's no conversation among each other. They're just buried in their phones.
Yep.
Well, I've said that for a long time. Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate the call. I said that for a long time, that these phones, these smartphones, are among the worst things ever for interpersonal communication. That, listen, I'm not a fan of text messaging. With text messaging, human communication, regular phone calls, having a conversation, calling somebody up to talk to them, the art of conversation.
Froggy hasn't picked up his phone since like 2008.
Froggy, would you get off your phone, please? And why do you keep turning your microphone off?
I was coughing, clearing my throat. I was being proper. I was being a professional broadcaster, one of the last.
Yeah, except you forgot to turn it back on when you tried to talk.
And right now, Froggy, you're buried in your phone. We're engaged.
I'm playing Wordle.
We're engaged in an on-air conversation, and I've looked over to you, and for 5 minutes, you're just buried in your phone.
I got a good Wordle going.
How many tries have you had? I love that game.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. I'm not playing Wordle. I'm sending an email, but.
Did you see the owner of Wordle just sold it to the New York Times?
Did they really?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah. Wordle is now owned by the New York Times.
It's been out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it came out like November. It came out like just a few months ago.
What is? I don't understand what it is.
Now, I've never. Well, aren't you on it? Or
I was joking.
Oh,
I was joking.
You're not
I was
on
sending
Wordle.
an email.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to play it. I know that I've heard of it. I've read stories about it.
I see people posting their scores all the time.
And hold on, I'll go back to phones in a second. But last week, I saw this item that the New York Times bought the Wordle game from the creator for it said low seven figures. So that would be low millions. What does that mean?
2 million?
Well,
What? He probably could have got more than that.
well, that's what I'm thinking. So when I saw that the Wordle creator sold the game, and the story said for low seven figures is, beginning at 1 million. So low, Fester, I would think 2 million, 3 million.
Less than 5, certainly.
MJ, you could have bought it.
I don't know.
You could have invented it. It's just a word guessing game.
Oh, anybody can invent anything. I'm going to invent turtle.
I have no idea how to play it, but I think I saw that the guy didn't the game just come out last year?
Late 2021.
I think was it November?
October.
I thought it was. I didn't even think it was real.
Hey, Coop, look it up. When did Wordle come out? When did Wordle and guess word of mouth caused this thing to catch on fire?
Please say Wordle of mouth.
Nice.
Wordle of mouth.
I think Roxanne said it. She's right. It came out in October.
Yeah, I knew it was really recently.
That's insane.
And
The guy's last name is Wardle.
it's Wordle.
Wardle.
So that's why. So he got Wordle from Wardle.
Are you sure his last name just isn't Wordle?
No, are you sure he doesn't walk well and
He waddles. I was thinking the same thing. All right, back to phones on the whole friend thing, and we'll wrap this thing up. Sandy's in Largo. Hi, Sandy. You're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. If you're just tuning in, folks, I asked everyone in the room what is now important in your life, and this was the precursor to the fact that I saw something, an article about how people have used the pandemic to shave down their friend group. People have eliminated the cursory friends or the middle friends, keeping the really good friends, but a lot of friends have been eliminated from people's lives, and that's why I'm asking the question. Sandy's on. Hi, Sandy.
Hello.
Yes, Sandy. What do you notice about the pandemic and your friend's situation?
Well, I was telling him earlier, I didn't know that it would be just the pandemic, but I think a lot of it has to do with the political leanings that people have, because we've had family members that have a different political belief than we do that have shut us off completely.
You know, that is a good point as well. And that's another thing that's happened. There have been a lot of political divisions as far as presidential divisions. Also, you know what else? Speaking of the pandemic, the vaccine and mask issues, I think, has also added to a change in human interaction and who people want as friends. So I think that is a very good point, Sandy. Appreciate it. All right, let me grab one more on this. Christine is in Palm Harbor. Hi, Christine, MJ Morning Show. The question is, has your life changed regarding the friends that you keep? Has the pandemic caused you to tighten up your circle of friends, eliminating a bunch?
Hi, good morning. Absolutely. In fact, I have a different skew on this because I've noticed that I have now friends that have the same mindset as me, the ones that are hardworking, trying to stay afloat. And then there's those other ones who have surfaced that have said every time you see them, oh, what can we do to, not work, like get rich, conniving schemes, looking for stipends, looking for unemployment compensation.
Yeah, so that's a good point. So you're saying that you've noticed during the pandemic, people that want to work and then people that are just lazing back. And listen, there's a lot of government money, obviously, a lot of stimulus money. So you're saying that you noticed a lot of folks, people that the workers, and then that separated the workers from the people that were just trying to, suck off the public dole.
Yeah, and I can't stand being around them because even though they were my friends, it's like now they're very lazy and they've turned into a different character for me. If I say to them, "Oh, I saw some jobs posted," "Oh, yeah, I don't. No, thanks, it's okay."
So you're saying they're no longer your friends? Is that it?
She also said character. So which character? Monica, Chandler, Phoebe?
All right, Coop's playing.
You just don't have time to be around them. They bring your energy down.
Kristen, you just have to love your friends for being the broke leeches that they are. I mean, seriously.
No, but
very
listen,
judgmental.
I see what Christine is saying is that she doesn't have use for the lazy individuals that don't want to go make things happen. Instead, they're waiting for things just to fall into their lap now. And you know what? I think this is a condition as well. I think the pandemic also caused some people to just kind of give up on stuff or just wait for handouts.
And then you have friends that have a lot of free time and friends that have no free time.
All right, great call, Christine. Appreciate it. Look, the phone's exploded on that. So what's important? Everything. I think there was a total reevaluation of what's important in people's lives. And with friends and the pandemic, absolutely. When I saw that, I'm like, yep, that's happened to us, and I think it's happened to most of us. All right, 7:20, it's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. The long chunk of MJ is next. Included is another 8-bit Froggy hit round. Of course, 8-bit hits, that's where Froggy plays music of songs that you should recognize, but they're performed with that 8-bit Atari computer chintzy music. And you got to guess what the song is. Special category coming up and a whole lot more next here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey. here in Tampa Bay, Tuesday morning, and we don't do much of the weather forecast stuff, but it's supposed to be a miserable day. Obviously, listen, if there's anything really important with the weather, we're going to let you know. If hurricanes, tropical storms, anything really important, of course, the MJ Morning Show, we're going to let you know. But the typical Florida stuff of, partly sunny with a high of 80. I mean, that's 99% of the year, right?
Yeah, I mean, just look out the window, people.
But today is supposed to blow. Aren't we supposed to have a bunch of rain today? Or what's the story?
It's going to be cold today.
Yeah.
It's not even going to get close to 60 degrees, and it's going to be raining for most of the day.
It's going to be dismal and gray. Hey, quick update. The crossing guard story from yesterday, which the crossing guard was actually a police officer, and this was up in Northeast Maryland. Now, not geographically in the northeastern part of that's the actual name of the town. And at this time yesterday, we did the story about this Corporal Goodyear with the Northeast Maryland Police Department that was doing crossing guard duty. And a car is coming through the crosswalk, and the officer in a bright orange poncho, I mean from the neck down to her feet, looked like a 5.5 foot tall orange traffic cone. I mean, it was a fluorescent orange poncho, and this car is not stopping at the crosswalk. And this middle school student was crossing, and the cop who was doing crossing guard duties in front of this high school, I guess, is it the high school and the middle school are right next to each other, I guess?
Yeah, in this town of Northeast, there's one high school named Northeast High School, and that's where it was.
And the student's walking across the street, and here comes the car not stopping, and the officer, in a totally selfless act, pushes the kid at the last minute, and the car hits the officer. Now, the officer's okay, taken to the hospital, checked out, just banged up a little bit. But an amazing story. We put the video up yesterday at mjmorningshow.com. The reason why I'm bringing this up, I had so much feedback. This is one of the most responded to items that I've had in weeks, where people emailed me at mjmorningshow.com. By the way, folks, you can always reach me. My personal email address here is mj@mjmorningshow.com. I'm the only one that reads it. mj@mjmorningshow.com. And, of course, you can reach the whole crew. It's Roxanne at mjmorningshow.com, Fester at, and then Froggy at, if you want to communicate with any of us. But ton of folks saying that, man, that was an amazing story. I watched the video, and people were sending the link from our website to all kinds of friends and coworkers. I had to share this. It's incredible. People were saying, I hope that the crossing guard at my kid's school, I got 3 emails on that. I hope the crossing guard at my kid's school would do the same if that actually occurred. Hey, listen to this. Even one of the bigwigs here at Beasley was listening. Justin Chase. Justin Chase is the corporate program director. He got a fancy schmancy title a couple of months ago. He's now the chief content officer, and he's a great guy.
Nice.
And he dropped me an email yesterday.
Wow.
So I love it. He's the chief content officer, and he's commenting on our content. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's a good comment.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty good stuff when the Beasley chief content officer says that he loves our content.
Ask him what he thinks about Hal Herman.
Well, it's coming up in just a bit.
I got his job title wrong. I thought it was chief contempt officer. But
chief contempt officer?
No, it's chief content officer. Sorry, JC. I got that wrong.
So he sends me a note that, man, what an amazing story, and that, guess what? Us talking about it, he had to go check out our website. He watched the video, and he's like, whoa, that's incredible. And then he said that he actually sent the link out to a whole bunch of folks.
Oh, we get ourselves a fan.
Yeah, look at that. So
Great.
the chief content officer for the company apparently likes our content.
Yeah, you let him just fanboy out to us.
We'll probably be fired next week. But yeah, that's a whole that's a whole different story. So anyway, if you missed it, the video is still up, mjmorningshow.com. An amazing crossing guard here. In fact, I was thinking maybe I should get our parody guy on. What do you think about if we do what do you think if we do something like He's kind of working through the lyrics. Frog, you know where this is going?
Standing in the rain.
No.
Look at that. And that's accurate.
With his head hung low. Couldn't get a ticket.
I mean, she was standing in the rain. And, of course, Rox, do you know where I'm going with this?
Well, not a jukebox hero, but a crossing guard hero.
You got it. Crossing guard hero. Oh, this is perfect.
Man, you're hitting those notes perfectly.
Oh, man.
Hey, she got hit by one car.
I wish I was getting hit by a car when you were singing that.
Fester,
Holy cow.
Don't down. Okay, you do better. All right, Froggy, you do better. Go ahead.
It started again. How about you give me a 4 count in? Stop it.
All right, ready?
Okay, ready?
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Not yet. Stop it. I'll tell you when I need to do a 2-4 count for the 8 count.
Oh,
Anyway,
jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Do it again. One more time.
Take 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. What is it? A security guard?
Crossing guard.
Okay,
She's
one
a
more
crossing
time. One more
guard.
time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crossing guard hero. Huh?
Hold on, come again.
Crossing guard hero.
The next line, right? Got hit by one guitar. Oh, okay, right? Or one guitar has to be got hit by one car. She got hit by one car. I mean, if we're being factual, she was in the rain. She did get hit by one car. She is a crossing guard hero.
We're like the Beatles in here, just riffing.
It's the crossing guard hero.
You know what? On
An
second
amazing
thought,
story.
I don't think I ever need to hear that parody song again.
Yeah.
So I should not send that off to my parody guy for production?
You know
I
what?
think you should.
Save the $49.
All right. There is something developing here, folks, that I want to discuss. And apparently it involves Roxanne, and they've determined that Fester apparently is involved with the same individual.
Because of Froggy. I mean, all of us have a finger in this. Well,
What did I do?
All right, and then stand by, speaking of music, 8-Bit Hit is coming up in minutes, and there's a theme today. Do you want to give out the theme yet or no?
I got to ask Hal. Should I ask Hal?
No.
Okay.
All right, so 8-Bit Hit is coming up, and that's where we play the chintzy Atari-sounding computer music, and you have to tell us what song it is. So stand by, folks. This is a very popular smash hit bit now on the MJ Morning Show, and you get to play in minutes. All right, what's going on here internally? Let me fill you in. So Roxanne brings this up in the studio while we're in a break, and then Fester says, wait, let me see this. Then Fester says, you know what? I've been getting this. Then you guys compare phone numbers, and it's the same phone number. All right, here's the deal. Of course, we give out our number here on Q105 on the MJ Morning Show. It's 800-990-1047. That's the number to call us, but it's also the number to text us. So whenever we're doing a phone-in segment, like, listen, we did the Pandemic Friends deal a few minutes ago. We'll do 8-Bit Hit. People call us, 800-990-1047. But that's also the same number. You can text us at that number as well. And we get hundreds and hundreds of texts a morning. It's great. We get a lot more texts than phone calls, actually. It's like, folks, call us. We want to hear from you. But we do get tons of texts, and we love it. And Roxanne goes over every text.
I don't respond to all of them.
Well,
there are too many.
You don't have time. There's no way that you can respond to all of them.
These fingers are only so fast.
Roxanne, you got this text at what time today?
7:08.
All right, text comes in at 7:08, so that's about half an hour ago. And the text that comes in said what?
The text said, "Hey, sexy." And so I assumed it was a dude.
Right.
Of course.
Mhm.
Right. And so I said, "Good morning." And then they followed up with a text, "Roxanne, have you been with another girl?" Now, I usually like.
Wait a second.
Very direct.
Froggy was out of the room. Froggy doesn't know about
No,
this.
you don't know any of this.
So just like our listening audience,
I'm learning.
Froggy, you're like just a regular listener right now.
Well, this is where I get my news and entertainment.
You're hearing this for the very first time. All right, go ahead.
So I read this and I assume it's a guy asking me this question. And I'm, a little slightly creeped out, but I also understand that being part of this show, we divulge a lot of personal information. So then listeners feel like they're close to us and they ask us personal questions.
But the question was, hey, sexy, and then...
Good morning.
Good morning, and then have you ever been with...
Another girl. And so my response was, haha, no, that's an interesting question. Just, try to like diffuse this situation. And so then, lo and behold, it's a girl who's asking me.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So she sends a photo of herself. And then I said, wow, you're beautiful. And
wow.
no, I'm just kidding.
That's like,
Let me see. What? Can we see what she looks like?
Let me reconsider.
Wait a minute.
Hang on a minute.
No,
Hey.
but actually it's funny because it's like I'm flattered.
All right, now wait a minute.
It's nice.
But then how does Fester
but
crawl into this equation?
So, since we've gotten back to the morning show,
yeah,
Froggy has blurted out my cell phone number 50 times?
No, 50. Come on. Maybe 5.
I think 5 times.
Okay,
so
5 times?
Froggy to tweak Fester. Literally, Froggy has blurted out Fester's cell number on the show. Now, I have dumped that when Froggy's done. When it's on the air, it's dumped. So our dump button, and I'm looking at it right now, we've got, I got 10 seconds of total dumping. I can dump 5 or I can dump another 5. So I got 10, right?
Look.
So hang on a minute. So on the air, if you're listening on 104.7 on Q105 on the FM broadcast over regular conventional radio, it dumps. So it removes it from the air, just like if somebody curses. But for whatever reason, I don't know why this is the case, the dump button is not hooked up to our live stream. If you're listening to us on the Odyssey app or the TuneIn app or the iHeart app or on MJMorningshow.com or MyQ105.com, it doesn't dump there. It also doesn't dump on the live video stream.
Alexa, if you're listening on your smart device at home.
Also, the podcast record, it doesn't dump on there. So apparently, Fester's number has remained on numerous channels where people do listen to the MJ Morning Show, other than on conventional FM radio, on a clock radio or a car radio, etc.
And I'm not super protective. I don't give a crap. It's a number, and a million people have it. I don't care. But I get about 30 or 40 text messages every time Froggy gives it out.
Yeah. It's because if I go 813-310-8444, 813-310-8444,
813-310-8444, I ran out of dumps. Dude.
What happened?
Dude,
I blacked out.
Come on. I ran out of dumps.
I blacked out. What happened?
I just dumped 10 seconds and then you were still going.
Oh my God, I think I glitched like a lizard person. Did I say it like 17 times in a row? 813-310-8444?
Yes, stop.
Stop.
The dump's not built back up yet. Then it takes time for the delay to build back up.
Dude, I think I blacked out.
Well, so I get a bunch of texts every time he does that. And this number is very specific because it's a unique area code.
Here's the deal. Let me cut to the chase here. So Roxanne gets this text from the woman, "Hey, sexy," blah blah blah. Roxanne
We're practically in a relationship now.
Roxanne gets a picture from this person. Fester looks at the text in the picture and said, "Wait a minute, that's the same woman that's sending me nude photos to 813-310."
Blah, blah, blah,
blah, blah.
Somebody's sending you nudies?
Okay, so Fester, why didn't you tell us? So Fester on his...
You're welcome.
Fester shows us his phone, and it turns out that Roxanne is getting the text from the same number. How long has that person been sending you new photos? And why is this the first that we're hearing about it?
The honest truth is, I completely forgot about it. I mean, if I told you
nude photos, you forgot.
It's
let me see. Let me see.
The text chain started.
Don't let it be seen in the camera.
Yeah, be careful.
The first thing she sends me is a direct link to her entire Google photo. If you click that top link, MJ, it'll take you into her every photo she snaps on her phone that's saved to the cloud.
Are you serious?
She has sent to me. There's pictures of her kid. There's pictures of her dog.
Wait, her name is.
It starts with an L.
It's Linda. I can say it's a first name. Her name is Linda.
Yes.
Okay. Why do I completely feel like Plan B right now? She's been sending you stuff and didn't get the response she wanted, and now.
Hey, a text just came in. A text just came in from. Someone that says, "Hey, Fester, you ever been with a dude?" Literally, I'm holding Fester's phone now.
Listen. You want the short story or the long story?
All right, so I'm not going to give out any more information about this Linda. It's just, listen.
Why is she sending you naked pictures?
She sends me a link to all of her Google photos, and I just type back, okay.
Linda is not an uncommon name, but I do have the number here. Should I call Linda live and see what's going on
See
here?
who she likes better, me or Fester?
Well,
Who's your
why is
first
she
choice?
trying to pick up Roxanne, and she's also sending nude photos to Fester? Here's your phone.
Okay, so
Fester, let me see this.
All right.
I think we had a
Dude,
had some-
are you stroking out?
Okay, every time I pause and think about something, you don't have to talk about strokes.
This isn't a real picture.
It's a little odd. Remember a while ago, I told you a story. I met a listener who listens to our podcasts while she does intimate massages. What?
I don't recall that.
I remember that. I remember that.
I think this is her.
All right, hold on.
Because the area code's from Massachusetts.
All right,
and I remember she listens to our podcast.
Hold on. I'm gonna dial the number.
Right.
So this is the person trying to pick up Roxanne.
Wait, there's no. Okay, there are nudes.
This is also the person that's sending texts to Fester. All right, now I'm gonna dial it. Hey, Coop, I need you to pick up. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm gonna dial the number. Let's see if we can find out.
She's got nice feet.
What's going on here? All right. All right, dialing. All right.
Hello.
All right.
All
So,
right, Coop, pick up the line when it rings.
all right, Coop, pick up the phone and see if we can talk to this Linda. All right, tell me what happens. All right, Coop, turn your mic on in the producer booth and tell me if Linda picks up. I just want to know.
I don't think that's real, Fester.
I want to know what's going on with Linda.
Hello?
All right, hang on.
Hey, yeah,
right.
what's up?
All right, Coop is.
Hey, is this Linda?
Took a while to get there.
I'm sorry?
Introduce yourself, Coop.
Hey, this is Coop from the MJ Morning Show.
Oh.
What
hung
happened?
up.
Oh, really?
They never said anything. I don't know who picked up.
It's not real. Look at the pictures.
Oh, we're getting catfished?
You're getting catfish, Fester.
Listen, first of all, I'm not buying or biting on any of this catfish stuff, but I have hundreds of pictures of this human in various states of undress and different activities.
Coop,
what is going on?
Hang on, when I dialed it up and the person picked up, did you hear a voice at all?
Nobody said anything.
So you don't know if it's a male or a female?
Mm-mm.
No idea.
So they might be listening right now,
Oh,
knowing that we're calling them.
Of course.
Just pick up the phone, sir, ma'am.
I'm sure
No,
they
they
are.
were watching. They were watching
All
the feed because she was asking me if I winked at her.
Okay, so hold on.
Wow. All right,
Hold on.
Are they texting you?
I'm getting a text message from Linda who's asking me to stop it.